Hey guys, Mike here with Rapid Purple, and today I'm going to talk about my shopping problem. First off, realized I had this because I made a folder on my iPhone called Shopping, where I put a bunch of different shopping apps. Then realized that I bought a lot of crap from Newegg and Amazon, and I don't want to say crap in terms of it was bad, but I just bought a lot of random things that I really didn't have a need for, just because they popped up and told me it was a daily deal. So, grabbed one of these smart bracelets. Honestly, because it was $34 shipped. I think now it's like 39. It wasn't much, of a sale, but it was just really cheap, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna play around with it, and I just want to see what it is. Now, it's not a fancy color screen or anything like that. It's an OLED screen. Should be touch responsive. And really, that's all I know about it, because the description on it was non-existent, except for the fact that it should work with an Android and an iPhone. I'm going to say should, because, well, for this amount of money, is really not a lot that I expect of it. Now, what do I actually expect from this thing? Well, what I expect is for it to be able to tell me maybe my distance walked, or my, steps that I've taken, kind of act as this pedometer that it's got over there. And then I would love for it to be able to tell me who's calling and when without me having to take my phone out of my pocket. That kind of be cool. Am I really going to use it a ton? Probably not. But maybe one of you guys kind of would actually utilize this on a day-to-day basis, and it would be cool and interesting, and it is ridiculously cheap. How long it lasts for, being as cheap as it is, I'll let you guys know, and I'll do an updated video where you guys can just ask in the comments below if you are watching this months after I have uploaded it. However, let's dig into it and see what this is, open it up, give you guys the usual tour or look at it, and I can also figure out myself how the hell this works. So here's what we got. This box that came to me in a regular little padded envelope. This will take us out the correct way. Instruction manual, simple plastic stand, micro USB charger, and what is the actual watch, or I guess, smart bracelet will refer to that as. And instructions seem to be primarily in Chinese or Japanese. I couldn't tell you. I'm gonna clock. I really hope it's not always a 24-hour clock. I'm assuming that's a setting as icon. Alright, there's gotta be a... I was gonna say there has to be an English side to this thing. Alright, so we got instructions. So, A area and B area. Alright, so that's cool. So you essentially have your screen, and then you can touch up here and touch on the bottom, and that should sense that and be able to be your, I guess, back and next and back buttons, and then the on, off, and confirm button. So you have one button, kind of like an iPhone. Alright, so does this thing come charged? Let's press the on button. And the person hold the on button. Alright, so this does come at least some sort of battery in there. We got the welcome sign appearing over there. And we got, I know it's going to flicker a little bit on camera. It's not actually flickering, it's just trying to record the OLED screen. Refresh rate differences, but alright, I guess that's my main menu there. It's got a little sound to it. I guess that goes into my options, and if and that's how I can go through all of my different settings, or all my different, I guess, options on the menu. Let's go to settings. See if we can we change hour? No, that just sets the time in 24-hour time mode. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, so a little bit overboard with the setup thing, and to be frank with you, none of that was really necessary because until I actually looked at what it said on all of this, I wasn't coming close to getting this thing right. It's really not an intuitive device. So, I had the watch on constantly, well, not constantly, but on a day-to-day for roughly the last 5 days now. Here's what I got. First off, the fact that it does not have a 24-hour format honestly isn't that bad. Once you get used to it, it's really completely fine. The watch actually works great. It picks up all my phone calls. It doesn't really mess up at any given point. The sound on it is great. My speech on it is picked up perfectly fine by everybody. The people that saw it, so like on Friday I was at my local barbershop. Shout out to Sal the barber, Mr. Figaro. Anybody in Brooklyn should definitely check him out. Put a quick plug out there for him. But when I was actually over at his barbershop on Friday, I had a phone call come in, and you know, it was very convenient. I just looked over like this while I was getting my shave. I was like, oh, that's very comfortable. Let me just go ahead and boom, pick up that phone call, and I just literally laid there like this while I got my shave and had this over here, and I was using that. And Sal looked over and he goes, wow, that's really loud. What is that? I was like, oh, it's this $40 watch that I'm playing around with and seeing how it is. He goes, wow, that's amazing. I bought the Samsung watch, and I was sitting there going, hello? Hello? Like, I could barely hear anything. Now, I haven't actually tried the Samsung watch, and I'm sure it does so many more things than this one does. However, that's definitely a selling point right there. And I will say, this thing is substantially loud. You could control the volume on it. I could do it right off my iPhone. I just do volume up, volume down, and it shows when it's connected on Bluetooth that it's changing the Bluetooth volume. So that's perfectly fine and great. The charge on it, I have charged it in these last 5 days twice. Probably a couple hours I left it on charge each time, and then I wore it for the next 20 to 30 hours straight, and it had no issues with any of that. It's very lightweight. I honestly do not notice it on my wrist at all, but I generally wear a watch anyway that's heavier than this, so I guess that's probably why. What have I actually used on it? What I've actually used it for? So I haven't used the pedometer settings whatsoever one bit at all. What I have utilized it for that's been very nice and very comfortable and very convenient is while driving, the phone rings, and generally the way that I drive, so the watch is over here, and I have the steering wheel and I'm holding it like this in front of me, all I have to do is go, hey, what's up, man? How's it going? No, yeah, I'm driving. And that's definitely, better than having to go, oh, let me grab my phone, charging down here, that's who's calling me, let me just, speaker, hey, boom. Much more simple, much more convenient. At the house or at the office, I can just leave my phone plugged in. I can walk around the office. I can walk around my home. I really don't need the phone there. When an email comes in, it makes the sound for the email anyway. When the text message comes in, it makes the sound for the text message anyway. Now, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, the Android will actually sync and show messages and so forth through here. The iPhone does not have that capability. However, I have different sounds set for all my messages, so when they come in, this makes the sound anyway, and then I hear it, and then I know what happened. So I know that, oh, there's an email over there, I'll get back to it. Or it makes the sound that I'm just sitting at the computer desk, I'll just go, okay, Gmail. Oh, there's the email, great. But it's nice and it's convenient, especially at the house, just to, or again, in my case at the office, to just leave the phone plugged in somewhere and be able to walk around, do whatever you got to do, and you'll still get all the things that are happening, and any phone call that comes in is right there, and you just go, oh, hey, what's going on? No, I'm not at my desk, let me walk back over there. And that's definitely nice to have, and I definitely appreciate really that specifically out of this thing. Definitely a big fan on that. The screen isn't the best, it's not the brightest when it comes down to being kind of in moments of direct sunlight. Probably no OLED screen ever will be. But again, for the $40, it definitely does above what I expected it to do. The fact that people can hear me great on it, the fact that I can hear other people on it great, the fact that it's nice, loud, and crisp, definitely a huge plus. I have used it to have music on, so if I have RDO or anything playing over on my iPhone, and I connect it to Bluetooth, it'll just automatically jump over and start playing on through here, which again is nice. You just walk around the house as you get ready and so forth. You don't have to turn the radio on. You don't have to connect. For example, I have a portable speaker that I used to use for this thing. I don't have to connect it for that. I can just go ahead and listen to it off here as I get dressed, and it's loud enough because it's constantly walking around the house with me. Again, a definitely nice and convenient plus. So that's that. I mean, listen, for the $40 that this ran, I like it. I really do. It was a great pickup. I'm using it a lot more than I ever expected it to. In fact, I might grab a couple more because they come in all different shapes and colors. So I got the purple one because, you know, Rapid Purple. So obviously that was the first one that we had to pick up. But these things come in. I have the box here. I can grab this thing in purple, red, blue, green, yellow, orange, white. I mean, this thing comes in all kinds of different things. So that's cool. That is cool. So there's no actual company on it or anything else like that. It is just a smart bracelet. If you look for it on Amazon and places, if you do this L12S code, you'll essentially find it and pick it up. I for the life of me cannot find an actual model from any actually company name or anything anywhere on here. But that is what that is. But yeah, so I will put the links to this thing all down into the description below, and you guys should definitely check it out. It's a phenomenal toy. It is actually very useful. I mean, there could be a lot of different things where you can buy it as a gift for somebody. It's great to play around with, and it is actually useful. And it does the job, and it's only $40. It's pretty good. You guys should definitely check it out. If you like seeing videos like this, definitely like and subscribe to the channel. We'll have more things coming out like this very shortly, because I buy tech stuff all the time for reasons unknown to me. But give me a thumbs up if you guys like that. Subscribe, and we'll see you soon.